you don't have to mock yourself because of technology. Okay. Now we see melanated beings that are judging themselves with the artificial things they see around them. Okay. These artificial things that are made that you call technology does not have any eternal value. Okay. That's what you should know, and nothing can change that. Your ancestors were not mocking themselves because they were not making different brands of phones and aeroplane, because your ancestors didn't need aeroplane when they could create portals and enter. They could shapeshift and enter into other dimensions and realities. They did that. Maybe you may not believe. You called it witchcraft. Are you getting it? You called it witchcraft. So now you are denied from using that power. So now, because you are unconscious, 1, ignorant, 2, disconnected, 3, you feel that these things are just in a movie or illusion, or maybe probably it's of witchcraft or something. But these things are something that is already vibrating in your body, but you are denied now. Do you know why you are denied? Yes, you are disconnected. That's a denial of self. You have denied yourself of these realities. Your soul is possible for everything, possible to do everything. That is why we find men creating evil. All these nuclear weapons and all these things they've produced, they are all inside a man. It shows how powerful the divinity and the femininity of life is. Okay? All entities that you see in every dimension, they depend on a source. There is always a source, and that source is the source of all sources, and that's a woman, undeniably, unarguably. Your ancestors knew these things. Are you getting it? So the beginning of the plane that you live in, the beginning of where you are, wasn't the way you see it. It's something I should tell you so that you will know that the beginning of where you are right now, watching me, was not how you saw it. That's the truth. And they were much more advanced, and everything was happening in their body. They were becoming the thing. They were not buying tickets to go to the airport to take aeroplane. Because hey, that is somebody's creation. And you may not know what the person has done or the manipulation that is going on. Listen to me very carefully. The manipulation that is going on inside the thing. So if you hear some plane crashes, plane crash or these plane crashes, what do you think it is? Most of these are engineered and planned by the creators. I don't want to talk much about it. The cars you drive, they plan it because you are dependent on them. So they can just accept any contract on your life. They can bet on your life. And you'll be the sacrifice, you'll be the scapegoat, you'll be the lamb. Because you know they've already sold this frequency to you that a lamb to be sacrificed, a lamb was sacrificed. So you'll be sacrificed. You see sacrifice in your soul, which you wouldn't be aware. You say, oh, accident has happened. Oh, road rules and regulations about the road. The regulations, there are some experience, and there are experienced drivers who had a critical issue on the road. They couldn't bear life again on the road, and they died. They couldn't even find them. You don't know why cars sometimes set on fire. You don't know that when the car is going and the car is on fire, or the car. Listen, those who are even dependent on these kind of electric cars and these kind of cars, you should know that electricity is equal to computer. Okay, electricity is here to power the machines. It is here to feed the algorithm. It is here to feed the software. It is here to on the buttons. It's here to make things the simulation work. It's not petrol anymore. Neither is it cell battery. Now it's electric. And anything that has become electric or anything that is in the frequency of electricity is automated. When we say auto, that's why they call car auto. Because the car has a mechanism to do some things, to behave in a way that is beyond your control. So this auto frequency is causing lives to be destroyed. You won't understand. I am not going to talk about this now. But what I'm here to tell you is that do not mock yourself because you are not making cars or you are not making aeroplane. Please, don't mock yourself, because as you are standing there as a melanated being, you can teleport, you can shape shift, you can listen. The concept of phones was for what? Communication. The purpose of that marketing concept is for communication. But I can tell you this for very fact that this frequency was derived from the way your ancestors were talking to each other, even if they were not present. Oh, no, hasn't it occurred to you that I was talking about this guy? I met him. I was talking about, these are the vibrations of your soul. These things are just devolved. Though. This is just the devolved state. That's the lowest cry for you to be like, oh, I mentioned the guy's name and here the guy appeared. I wanted to talk to the guy in my mind. Then I saw the guy. It is just comedies. These things are not even it. Listen, you see the concept of metaverse. The concept of metaverse is derived from metaphysics. And when we say metaphysics, we are talking about that moment when you are able to use your soul to connect to other dimensions or souls in other realities. There are extraterrestrial lives out there. There are worlds, and there are worlds that some are even masculine and even more advanced. So you seeing an aeroplane on this earth is illegal. Listen, you seeing an aeroplane on this earth is illegal. It's a civilization from somewhere. You, the melanated being, you were made to even fly. You were made to do a lot of things. But that power has been hijacked. And you have been trapped into third dimension. So you are here trapped. So right now, it looks like if you need these things, you should contact some special powers for it. But the powers you are contacting, do you know what the power is going to do? Because the power is on another dimension, that power has the ability to pick your own soul and manifest what you want to see to you. So the fact that you have gone for something to do magic or something to do this doesn't necessarily mean that it's natural, and it is naturally approved and verified. You can consult entities, yin and yang, light, dark. Some people don't want to use their light in the darkness. They rather want to enter the darkness straight, which is illegal. And that is where they get these things. So metaphysics is in the ancestor. Anything you think you are consulting a wizard or a witch for, any miracle, any healing, anything is inside you already. I don't even need to come and tell you, because it's sad that these days, it's sad that one has to tell the other that, hey, do you know you can do this? Do you know you can do this? They will say you are mad to even hit you down. The reason why, listen, the state of the men can affect even the manifestations of the chosen ones. Sometimes you do them, you want to do some manifestation and it's not working because it will shock you that even sometimes the bed that you are sleeping on or where you are finding yourself is of a low vibration that nothing can be done. I'm telling you, the state and the projections of the people around you. That is why when you enter into awakening, solitude and those things become very powerful, because you come to realize that the state of people's soul right now these days is shockingly shocking. And it can even shock you more than the shocks you have received in life. So listen, let me tell you this. You are not to mock yourself. If you can't do them, don't criticize them. Or if you are not experiencing them, don't say that, oh, this people are wise. These are that, because why? They make aeroplane. These Caucasians, they are wise. Look at Kobe Bini. Then they say this Kobe Bini. That's stupidity. Kobe Bini, poverty empowered thing. Where they say Kobe Bini, they say poor melanin. This is what you can do. You see kids bathing in river somewhere, you go and take a video and you say that, look at this kid, look at this. Then they go and add a video from somewhere, and then they make comparisons, because the other videos they are making robots. No. Let me tell you the reality. The life of the melanin has always been this, and it's not a shame. It's not a shame that young children are bathing in rivers or stream, and they are jumping. They are aligning with nature. It's powerful. It's healing. It's freedom. I can bet you that if that child should keep doing that, that child will never have cancer. It is the robots that you think these children are making that is what is bringing cancer. It is bomb, including the phone that you and we are holding right now to communicate to each other. So you should even bow your head in shame for doing that. We have seen content creators that do that. I was in the consciousness that I found pleasure in that, until the Divine Mother had to warn me about that. Hey, stop that thing. Stop that thing, because if I had kept on doing that thing, it would have not ended me very well. I would have faced my other shock again, because it's a serious thing. Listen, let me tell you. Life to the ancestor has been so simple. Your ancestor don't need an aeroplane. Your ancestor don't need phone. Your ancestor, and they basically had life. Life is to live, and to live meaningfully, and to live ascendfully. You have to live this life until you see your soul flying, until you see your soul becoming more bigger than it was, until you see your state becoming bigger than it was, until you see yourself signing a powerful soul contract that is going to keep you more eternal, more into your higher self. That moment when the contract comes into your eyes, you see it and you read the terms, because the entities will respect you. They will respect you and say that, no, this guy is an empath. We should make sure that whatever we are coming to do, it is for the benefit of nature. That is what we call. That's why I'm telling you that people are coming to bow under my feet for my knowledge, because it's my knowledge that is going to make them who they want to be. I'm telling you the truth. The Messiah that you were waiting for, is here. The thing is that you are not seeing it because he is talking like you. He is using your phone. He is doing this. He is standing here. He is not having mansion. He is not having Bentley. He is not having this. He is not having that. Yes, I know. Someone says, oh, I am not working. I'm jobless. I'm unemployed. Fine. It's no worries. At least to be unemployed is not a case. That me deciding not to work in the bank that you feel you were, or to be controlled by someone, at least it's okay. Let me die. Let me die in that thing. I am okay. But listen, let me tell you, this life that you are seeing, you are being manipulated. Think. If you are a real soul, think. Because the earth is dependent on these thoughts to do a lot of work. If you are rather causing problem to the earth, then you have problems. Because if you create a pit in the earth, it's your own pit. You will fall in it no matter who you are or where you think you come from. This earth doesn't tolerate stupidity. It's a powerful plane. Sometimes when you are there, don't you see? This plane is the thunders that you hear and all these hurricanes and flooding that you see, they are just a minute part. And the earth doesn't need you to move. She's a woman. A woman doesn't need a man. But I can bet you that as a man, you need a woman, if not for anything, to bring another child. But for the woman, she doesn't need that. So that's why when you came here, plants were already grown. Everything was in order. The matriarchy is like this. It's not about tarred roads or planned buildings. That's why they call it jungle, because everything is coming subconscious, and you have to come and pay, and you have to come and respect it. So when you came to see all these things in the world, and you decided to do your groupings and your things. Your biology doesn't do nature anything. So think, and don't make silly mistakes that will cost you a lifetime eternal torture. The heaven and hell that they tell you is inside your soul. You choose to activate one. It's all your choice. To activate one, it's all your choice. You are writing your story and defining your life. That's why I have every right to put anyone I want to put in a spell when I have to. If you are someone that is trying to be of a blockade, I will put you in a spell. That's why I do rituals. So you think I'm there like that? I do rituals. I do incantation. I do a lot of work. Are you getting it? On things that is stopping these natural realities from happening. Even if I become that block, I will face it. So it's not a joke. It's not a play. Are you getting it? So don't mock yourself. That's all I can tell you. Don't mock yourself. It takes a wise person to understand this. Rather, take your soul transformation very serious. That's where you begin to see manifestations, and you begin to see a lot of things happening to you. Begin to pay attention to yourself and seek for your own redemption. Begin to build your own self. Begin to do the best things that is going to help your body, your mind, and your soul at the same time. So that's why I encourage people to mind their business and embrace their own solitude and have their moment and time. If you want to have a partner, it's not bad to have a partner. But what you are going to do is that you are going to prove responsibility to yourself first. Because until you become responsible to yourself, you cannot become responsible to others. So dealing with a partner, you should know that it's a matter of being responsible to yourself and knowing how it's flowing so that you can flow. Every day and every moment should be a time that you should question your own self. You should ask questions. Question the life that you are living. Question your own life. Be your own judge. Sit down. I said after watching my video, if you choose to remain who you are and not transforming or seeing your manifestations, then I guess you have to go for their juju. Okay? Maybe that will help you. You can go for that contract, right? Because that one, it doesn't require transformation. It requires your energy and everything about you. So these higher entities who are in a low vibration are going to contact you very nicely, and the conditions they will give you, you will end up being shocked, and you have your awakening there. But that moment, that awakening will not be a good one. It will be an awakening in a frequency that you can't recover again. And that's why you see some people mad on the street. Most of the madness that you see too are people who became illegal, and it backfired because they couldn't serve what the entity wanted, and it sparked madness. Some went to have contact with even psychedelics. There are entities behind psychedelic that you need to be aware of. People who don't even know this will go and have a contract with these entities, and they will run mad for them. So their madness will entertain the entities. Listen, let me tell you something. There are some low vibration entities that when they see you mad, it entices them. They feel they when they are in your body and they are doing that. You see someone walking on the street. Actually, it's an entity. An entity has taken over the person's soul, and that entity is having that experience. Okay, okay, so he feels to do this on earth. I'm doing this in a body. So for the rest of the person's life, that's what is going to happen. So that's why I always pity those who come here to label me instead mad, because at the end, you will be the mad person because you are still serving a system on a contractual base. Okay, don't seek for the mercies of the earth and be there. Don't go to the earth and seek for the mercies of the Divine Mother and be there. Kwasi ampenyi, yeni bra breno. Ule di kwasasem, wa ubon hudia.